is up, my B-Boss Baddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So today, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about never, ever take her too seriously, never take her seriously in general. And this is all due to the fact that when you fellas decide to take her serious, unfortunately, it's not going to get the rewards of what you would like. And most times, of course, it's wanting a girlfriend, wanting her to be loyal, wanting her to be submissive, wanting her to just be yours. And so with that all being said, I want to explain to you guys, tell you guys why you should not take women serious. Fellas, are you guys not getting it? They're not taking you serious. But that is besides the point. I will get into it in a second. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And you guys, I do have 2 other channels, links down below. And let's go ahead and get started. So first thing that I want to just really want to get into when it comes down to never taking her serious is the fact that a lot of women out here, they do not take you guys serious at all. And so it speaks a lot to say that you guys are not important, you guys are not relevant, you guys are not meaningful enough and have enough value for that woman to take you serious. So that's actually not really the problem, because it gets to the point of, okay, well, if you don't take her serious, she doesn't have enough to take you serious, and the first part doesn't really matter. But in that case, she will never get to a point of being your girlfriend or anything more. So for all my fellas out here, let's get over the fact that she will take you serious at some point, because she will not. Y'all gotta get that if you want these women to commit to you guys, it's more on what you're doing. And so this is the next part that I want to touch on, and it is on what are you doing. Never take her serious, because what you're doing is always gonna depend on why you should take her serious. If you don't have serious things going on in your life, such as being on your purpose, you know, some people will be like being on your purpose completely, right? Some people will be like finding your goals, accomplishing your goals, being in the gym, staying active, staying fit. So those things are leading you to taking yourself serious. Of course, when you're taking yourself serious, you're going to take care of yourself, and that's physically, mentally, spiritually. So the girls, the women, whoever you fellas are dealing with out here, y'all got to ask yourself, why do they not take you serious? Why is it that they don't depend on you? Why is it that you feel like you're a man, right? You might feel like you're alpha, but a woman or a woman that you have been with can never look at you and say, well, I can actually trust him and rely on him and think that he can go ahead and make things happen. So when you ask yourself why these things aren't happening, why is it like this, or if, then you start understanding that in all reality, fellas, you guys don't take yourself serious enough compared to maybe the woman that you're dealing with. Not woman, but the woman that you're dealing with, right? So that specific woman might look at you and just feel like, okay, well, I'm never going to take a man like this serious, because the typical things that you might hear, he has to make 6 figures, he has to be 6 foot plus. There's so much basic things. Status, we can't forget about that. That's more important. There's a lot more things that are important than your height and your physical appearance. I'm not trying to get into that, but I'm just trying to say there are all these steps that women will not take you serious due to those things. And so for a lot of fellas out here, I'm sorry, but it's down to you guys. That's the truth of it all. It's sad because a lot of women want you guys to take yourself serious, but the unfortunate part is that you guys can't take yourself serious due to dealing with that woman. How can you take yourself serious when you're always being put down, bullied, ignored, disrespected, left on red? Can I go on? I could, right? You're left on red. Your calls are blocked, right? You go straight to voicemail. There's so many things that happens over and over, but not just you guys as fellas. Females out here do the same things with the bad guys for them. The guys that are using them as well. The guys that are disrespectful and abusive physically and maybe mentally, or just mentally. Doesn't have to be that extreme of physically, but physically could just be as strong as mentally, right? It all depends. Most times you just can't be doing it anyways. Back to this point of women not taking you guys serious because you guys do not take yourself serious is due to just what you present to yourself. When you're not a confident person or someone that believes in themselves, that person that you might be dealing with wanting to take serious, they will see every truth in you. They will see your value. And I know it sounds very sad because if your value is low, if your truth is you're this type of person that you've been trying to run away from, hide from, and believe, possibly just believe that that is not you, then it will catch up in those cases. Because fellas, listen, these women are coming into your life believing that you are going to take care of them, lead them, guide them, do all those things that they do ask for, that they do expect. But the unfortunate part is the downfall on the fellas' confidence. You guys, back to you guys. Fellas can't hang with women nowadays because women expect a lot. They want this and that. And whether somebody could say that you have to do it or not, it's just the requirements nowadays. So for all my fellas out there, if you guys are not getting it, if you want to take her serious, you have to understand that you're going to still get played. You're still going to get used and manipulated. Now, I'm not going to get into the played and used and manipulated, such as like, I'm not going to get into it where it has to be about the person, the type of playment. No, I won't do that. I'll save that for a separate video, right? But what I could definitely say is that when you get played, manipulated, you got to get back to the point of it started with you. You didn't take yourself serious. You weren't about yourself. You weren't full all in with what you wanted for yourself. And so now a woman didn't take you serious and now she's acting upon it. When she acts upon it to a serious note, it will be to a point where you see that she never took you serious. So for my fellas out here, when you notice a woman is disrespecting you, all those things I already named, it's due to the fact that she doesn't see that you take yourself that way. And so this is how she feels about you. And this is why I have videos about how to be high value, how to be this and that, because those things, which leads back to confidence, will allow you to get women to take you serious without you worrying about, should I take her serious? Should I? For real? Or I should take her serious. I'm ready to take her serious. Those things won't really be a problem, fellas, no more, when you choose right based on your value, based on how you feel about yourself. And so the last things that I want to go ahead and we can wrap up and touch on is that how I feel about you guys and women taking them serious, why you should never take them serious. I personally feel like you should just wait. A lot of fellas don't have that type of patience because they fear the beauty being gone, her leaving, her being too pretty, her not wanting him. There's so much fear that I feel like that comes down to women. And so, fellas, it's up to you. Like, if you feel confident enough, those fears won't come. So I think at this point, and the way I really want to say this video, I really want this video to say that you choose yourself. I want this video to send that message of, okay, if you choose yourself as a fella, then you'll understand that those women only valued you less because you did yourself. Okay? So you as a fella, the fellas out here that you guys will never expect a woman will take serious be about, y'all gotta get that they have those basic to extreme, depending on the woman, criterias that will get them to get by. So having money, having status, those basic things, and yes, I know it might not seem so basic, those basic things get you through the door. Now, when you have other things that you offer, when you are dealing with that woman, that's what keeps that woman to stay serious about you. When she stays serious about you, fellas, you have a woman being all about you and wanting so much more from you. And so I want to go ahead and say, that when you're dealing with women, absolutely get that. When you're taking her serious, if she's not taking you serious, it's because of maybe, possibly of how you are, how she's viewing you. So not to change for the woman, be somebody else for the woman, but more so be who you are for yourself. Become who you are supposed to for yourself. And it's all about you. But for the females out here, you guys got to get that. They're not looking at you and seeing that. You guys got to get that you have to bring the value to the table for a lot of women out here. And it sounds really sad. It actually is really sad. But a lot of women are so dependent on fellas, should I say men, to bring happiness to their lives. But when they turn on men to actually bring happiness to their lives, they expect a lot. So because men can't always provide these high expectations such as having money all the time, status, being that it guy, and also sometimes it could be down to your physical appearance. Because that is not always the case, and that is not always the deliverance to a lot of women. Women are so tired of men. They're so fed up and feeling like, okay, well, you still owe it to me, back to entitlement. And so lastly, we are basically at the end. You know, we can always touch up, but lastly, to say that if you want a woman to take you serious, most times it's not going to happen in the modern day. For all my fellas out here, I need you guys to get that. Okay, taking a woman serious in the modern day means that you have to wait. I don't care how much you love the girl, fellas. I don't care how much you want her. I don't care how much she's about you or been there for you. In all reality, fellas, you have to understand, when you take her serious, that's you telling her a message. Now, the message thing, I don't have a full video on that, but I want to tell you guys that message is simple. You can send a message. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. You can send a message by just telling her, hey, I'm not going to do nothing, but that's just by you not responding, right? But, and oftentimes, and the opposite times, a lot of fellas, or, you know, women happens to it to them. If you're a woman watching, it happens. But a lot of times what's happening is the message is sent as in you want that person to be okay instead of yourself. It might not be a realization. You might not be, you know, fully, you know, cautious to everything. But fellas, if you're going through it every single time, back to back with women, realizing that, hey, well, I keep trying, and I'm not getting the results that I want, then you're sending a message of desperation. For other fellas, it could be sending a message of, I need you there. Back to desperation. But it also could be a message of, okay, well, that girl, and this is a different scenario for my fellas out there. It could be where you do have another woman or another girl. You want that girl, right? And you keep saying, hey, I'm free on Saturdays. Why don't you hit me up on Saturdays or the weekend anymore? It could be like that. Or it could be like, hey, I miss you. Maybe you could be playing the bad guy role. And last way, it could just be you're being nice, but you still have a girl, so you have to balance. Just by doing that, a woman can send you a message telling you, not literally, but telling you, maybe by ignoring you, maybe by giving you one-word answers or saying a specific thing, a message of, I don't want you, or I know what's going on. I know what you're about. There's another woman, and all these different such things that could be a possibility out here, fellas. So most importantly, understand when you're dealing with women, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough due to the sense of like, women are not going to be coming and giving it to you easy, making you guys be able to completely take them serious or take them serious at all. It's going to be down to you guys being patient, of course, being smart in a sense of knowing if you should stay around. If you stay around, how you're supposed to stay around. If you if you stay out, let's say it like that. I want to say stand out, but that wouldn't really make sense, right, fellas? But if you basically separate yourself, that sounds a lot better. Separate yourself from fellas, and not necessarily like the guys out here, but more so what you would always get validation from, right? If you stand out and separate yourself, you will then go ahead, be able to build yourself, work on yourself without no worries of attracting this woman without you guys worrying about having to approach. That's how I should say. So a lot of times when you're so invested in yourself, you have those worries to be gone and you don't have those stress to be there. So in all reality, that's the route a lot of you fellas need to take, and so you don't have those worries with women. So last thing that I want to say is that You guys don't have to take no woman serious until she shows you that you should take her serious. And if she doesn't show you otherwise, it gives you the answer of you should have or you shouldn't take her serious. And so it's up to you guys at the end of the day. Like I've been saying, if you want to take her serious, you can. Okay? So choose wisely, fellas. But I would not take her serious until she shows otherwise. All right, y'all. My link's down below. You guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.